see, the top bit is super brassy. Today I'm trying to bleach my own hair. There you go. So it has been about 20 minutes and I have been wearing tinfoil on my head. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all very well. So I think for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is putting together the clips that I've sort of filmed whilst dyeing my hair. I'm not like sat here trying to recommend you should dye your hair at home, but obviously I know that a lot of us have been struggling through lockdown, not being able to have our hair done and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be sorting out today. This is actually the second time that I will be doing this to my roots because, as you can see, the top bit is super brassy and throughout all my roots is quite brassy. So I will show you some clips now of me dyeing my hair the first time. Hey guys, so I know I look a bit crazy, but basically today I'm trying to bleach my own hair. I'm trying to just do my own roots because look at how dark they are. I can't even express to you how dark these are, so I'm just trying to do a root touch up. Split my hair up into loads of little sections. I've got 1, 2, 4 sections on each side. Try and make sure that I can get the most roots and get the most colour on my roots. Wish me luck. I apologise if I do anything wrong and you're an actual hairdresser. I'm sorry to my actual hairdresser for doing this, but my roots are so bad that I just need to do something about it. So that's why we look like this. Let's just crack on, shall we? Yeah, I think for today I'm going to be showing you how I did it because I've already done it once, so it's fine. I can show you again and be more confident in it. That was the sort of the method behind this. So yeah, if you would like to find out how I bleach my own hair, then please just keep on watching. I've been dyeing my hair or being into the hairdressers for 10 years. I'm 22, so that might actually be right. 8, 9, 10 years, sort of something like that. So I've had my hair bleached 100 times. I know how it is. I know how it goes. I can't do it as a hairdresser standard, obviously, because I'm not a hairdresser. But I'm just putting the disclaimer out here that I'm not a hairdresser. Don't take what I say too seriously. And if you are a hairdresser, I apologise for this video in advance. But anyway, if you would like to find out how I bleach my hair, if you need some tips or anything like that, then please just keep on watching. So today I'm just sort of fixing again the mistakes that I left from last time, and hopefully we should be fully blonde after this. Now my hair really is not that bad at all. It's a really nice colour down here. Obviously the ends are absolutely fine. It's literally just the roots that are not so cute right now. So when I bleached it last time, I don't think I left it on long enough at the root. The root was really dark, so I don't think I left it on long enough and therefore came out quite brassy. I toned it a lot and that's absolutely definitely helped. However, we are still stuck with the orangey and now darker roots because already my roots have come through. Like if you have highlighted hair, you'll understand the pain of when your hair starts to grow back or grow in, because the root is just the bane of my life. So today I am going to try and get rid of just the brassiness, especially the orange is just not cute, and then therefore that will also fix the tiny bit of root that I've got coming through. Yeah, let's just get bleaching. I'm going to do a voiceover for this part so I can try and thoroughly explain what I'm doing, because I get super into it and I'm not going to be able to explain what I'm doing at the same time as doing it. So hopefully the voiceover me can explain what I'm doing. But yeah, let's just get on to it and get bleaching. Right, let's get into this, and starting off I'm going to show you the bits that you will need obviously to do this. So you need a bowl, a mixing bowl and some brushes. I picked up the set from Poundland. The brushes are great actually, and I've washed them and used them a couple of times now. You will also need some clips to separate your hair up. You will need some bleach powder, of course. I've used the Wella bleach sachet and a developer. This is 6% or 20 volume developer. Now starting off to mix up the bleach and the developer, so it is 1 part bleach powder, 2 parts developer. So here I just used some like measuring cups because this is all I had to sort of find the measures. So I poured the 30 gram, I think it's 30 grams bleach sachet into one of the cups and used that to measure out how much I would need. So I poured the sachet in and that was the bleach powder, and then I will do the exact same measures of developer in the exact same cup and do the exact same measure, if that makes any sense at all, you'll be able to sort of see what I'm doing more clearly. So that is the bleach powder, and then pour that into the bowl like so, and then get your developer and do the exact same thing but 2 cups of developer. You also need to mix this up slowly so that you get a nice consistency with the bleach powder. So I did sort of 1 cup, poured that in, started to mix it up, and then add the 2nd cup. When I was doing my research and stuff, it said that you need to add the developer to the powder slowly so that it sort of mixes up nicely and you get a nice paste and a nice smooth consistency. So as you can see, that is quite a nice smooth consistency. It's quite thick because I've only added one pot of developer at this point. I'm about to add the 2nd cup of developer because, yeah, just to make up the measures, and this will make the consistency of the bleach a lot nicer and smoother and a bit thinner, so that it probably, I presume that's so it lasts a bit longer as well, so that the bleach isn't so concentrated in the mixture, if that makes sense. But again, I'm not a hairdresser, so I don't 100% know what this is all about. This is just, I know how to do this from the research that I did. Okay, so next it's time to section off your hair. As you can see, I had a bit of a change of mirrors because I couldn't quite see the back of my head in that thin mirror, but basically what I'm doing here is sectioning off my hair. So you need to section it off into 4 parts. So you've got 4 parts on each side, I should say. So we've got 8 sections in total across your head and 4 on each side. So yeah, 2 on each side of the back of your head and 2 on the front of your head on each side. If that makes sense. Yeah, you'll see what I'm doing, but this is just a way to make sure that you get in to your roots and you get to every single bit and you won't miss any. Sectioning off, like, it looks a bit difficult, and it was like quite difficult to sort of figure out and clip away and out of the way, but honestly making sections is so much easier than going full force in and just putting bleach on your head. Like, honestly, section it off and make it a lot easier for yourself. And then all that's left to do is basically to start bleaching. So I started from the bottom of one side of my head, so one of the small sections, and I started down the bottom, and then I worked my way up my head and then towards the front, if that makes sense. Taking the bigger of the 2 brushes that I had, it's just easier and it covers more of your hair using a bigger brush, so I much prefer using the bigger one than the smaller one. Yeah, I just basically start bleaching, so start from the bottom and just work my way up. I had quite a few clips in my head at this point to really get the hair out of the way, but once you start separating the hair and you find the bits that you're bleaching, it kind of does get a lot easier. It feels like it might be quite difficult, but honestly it does get easier as you go on. I feel like I was faffing a lot in terms of trying to find the hair and trying to make sure that I could see the back of my head, but I know that obviously you can sort of feel what you're doing at the same time. Yeah, I'm not a hairdresser, so this is going to be harder for me because I'm not used to doing this, and for you guys, if you are doing this, it does feel like it might be quite difficult, but trust me when I say it gets easier as you go up your head. You can sort of feel, and as long as you set up this like mirror situation so that you can have a rough sight of the back of your head, I think you'll be okay. Just make sure, obviously, when you're doing your roots, you want to make sure that you get all of it. So if you do even have someone else that you can ask to help you or check the back of your head or anything like that, just to make sure that you've got all the bits, then I think you'll be okay. So I'm going to skip some of these bits just because I obviously am repeating myself a lot. It's quite clear what I'm doing, and I don't want to bore you, but obviously I don't want it to be too fast so you can't see what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to put in a few clips but speed them up a bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing, but it's not too repetitive. I basically just do obviously the same all the way around my head. I'm just focusing on the root because the top inch, I guess, of my head is the problem area for me and what I needed to sort out. I didn't really need to do anything below the root area because my hair is quite blonde below. So yeah, I am basically just repeating this same process all over my head. It kind of is pretty straightforward once you get used to it, and once you get into it, it's pretty straightforward, and it's just the same process all the way around. I'll leave this on for about half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm also going to cover my hair with tinfoil because that will encourage the speed of development. So perhaps I won't need to leave it on for 40 minutes, but it's 8:20, so I'm going to go for about 20 minutes, see what it looks like, and then yeah, and then maybe leave it on for a little bit more if I need to. I'm just going to check through, make sure there's no dark patches that I've missed, which I bloody hope not, but can't see the back of my head, so well, just about, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so that is this. I'm going to, like I said, leave this on for 20 to 40 minutes. Got my kitchen foil. I'm going to cover my head with this, and I will be right back to show you what we look like before we wash it off. Hey guys, so it's been about 20 minutes and I have been wearing tinfoil on my head to cover this. To be fair, it's developed quite well. I think I'm going to give it another 5-10 minutes just because I know my hair can handle it. Something else, obviously, I would say do that at your own sort of risk, I guess. It's been another 10 minutes now, so this has been on for about half an hour. As we can see, we are looking pretty blonde. Like, it's come out quite nicely. Doesn't seem to be any darkness. I was gonna just explain how I'm about to wash this out. So I googled it a bit just to be on the safe side. It says to wash your hair out like softly. Obviously don't start rubbing your head because you've just bleached it, so otherwise that will help it like fall out. Just be soft with your hair. Rinse it out with a mild shampoo with warm water as well. So don't use boiling hot, just use nice warm water to help softly rinse the bleach out. And then I'm probably going to shampoo it again, condition it, and we should be good to go. I am also going to check halfway through whether or not I need to add a toner. Obviously that is usually quite important when it comes to bleaching. I'm hoping this will have taken out all the brassiness and I won't need to, but we shall see. So yeah, I ended up needing to use a purple shampoo, so I used the L'Oreal Elvive purple shampoo and their conditioner alongside. This stuff is great and it really does lift out the yellow and brassy tones. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day. Obviously after I'm filming this, I've gotten dressed, styled my hair sort of, and this is the end result. So it's a little bit like sort of brighter and blonder, and then where I use the purple shampoo, it's sort of gone a bit silvery. My hair tends to, like, the purple shampoos tend to cling to my hair and I don't know why, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I kind of like the silvery tones, but then where it doesn't, where the purple shampoos don't cling to my hair, i.e. my roots, I sort of look a bit mishmash in terms of colour, if you know what I mean. So maybe I just need to use a different product or different shampoo, different brand of purple shampoo. But anyway, yeah, this is the end result. It looks good, I think. I don't really think I missed many patches at all. We're very yellow, we're very blonde, so perhaps I just need to tone again. But overall, this is the end result and I am very happy with it. Finally, I've not got any brassiness going on, just a lot of yellow and blonde. So I mean, it's much better than it was yesterday. So all in all, I'm happy with it. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, then please do let me know what you thought. Obviously take it with a pinch of salt because I'm not a hairdresser, so don't do what I do basically. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you like this sort of video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.